I used to start every Saturday with the same ritual: jasmine tea, a thin slice of toast, and the sound of sunlight filtering through lace curtains. Life felt gentle then, almost predictable. My daughter, Claire, would call every other morning, her voice bubbling with plans and laughter. I believed we were close, that the years hadn't hardened the bond between us. But in hindsight, peace has a way of masking the cracks. You just don't notice the silence forming until it becomes a wall. Claire arrived that afternoon, glowing with news: "Mom, Daniel propose." Her hands trembled as she showed me the ring. I smiled, hugged her, felt her heartbeat fluttering against mine. She spoke of venues, gowns, and the perfect ceremony. I remember thinking how proud her father would have been. I didn't know then that the dream wedding she described would become the very thing that shattered us. Weeks later, she sat at my kitchen table, an open planner between us. "Mom," she said gently, "Daniel and I were wondering if you'd help with the expenses." I laughed at first, of course I'd help. But her tone was steady, practiced. "The venue's a bit more than expected, about $75,000. My laughter faded. I told her I couldn't, not after your father's medical bills, not now. Her face stiffened. "You always have an excuse." She stopped calling after that. Days became weeks. I told myself she was busy, wedding planning, caught in excitement. But I'd see posts, new dress fittings, cake tastings, all without me. Then came a message: "Dinner this Friday. Let's talk." I smiled at my phone, foolishly hopeful. I didn't know that what awaited me wasn't reconciliation, it was theater. It was one of those places with white linen and crystal chandeliers, the kind your shoes feel unworthy of. I wore my best dress. She was already seated, her fiancé beside her, both radiant under the amber light. They greeted me politely, as though I were a guest, not a mother. The waiter brought wine before I could even order. Something about her smile unsettled me. Midway through the meal, Daniel cleared his throat. "We thought we'd surprise you," he said, sliding a glossy folder toward me. It was a wedding contract, and beneath it, a check with my name already written in the amount of $75,000. My chest tightened. Claire whispered, "All you have to do is sign, Mom. It'll make everything easier." I looked at her, my little girl, and saw someone else. I stood, heart pounding. "You invited me here to humiliate me," I said softly. Her eyes darted, embarrassed, as other diners looked our way. Daniel muttered something about family obligation. I left before dessert. Outside, the city lights blurred through my tears. Pride and pain often taste the same, bitter, sharp, unforgettable. The house felt emptier after that night. Her laughter had once filled these walls, now it echoed only in memory. I deleted the wedding photos she sent, one by one, as if erasing proof of my failure. Friends asked if I'd attend. I said no, a mother can't sit through her own erasure. I wrote her a letter. I told her about the nights I worked double shifts when she was a child, about her father's hands trembling when he wrapped her gifts. I didn't mail it. Some truths don't need witnesses, they just need to be said, even if only to yourself. I had known about Daniel long before. A friend had warned me. I stayed silent, hoping she'd see it herself. Some lessons can't be taught, they must be lived. Watching her crumble, I realized, protecting her had become my way of denying her the chance to grow. We sat outside that evening, in the garden her father once tended. She asked if I hated her. I said no, I only hated the silence between us. She nodded, tears falling onto her hands. Sometimes love doesn't look like saving someone, it looks like sitting beside them as they rebuild. Months passed. She'd visit every Sunday, bringing groceries, laughter, small apologies wrapped in conversation. The house felt alive again. We didn't talk about money, or weddings, or what was lost, we talked about what was left. And that, I think, was everything. I don't regret refusing that check. Money could have bought her a perfect wedding, but not wisdom, not humility. Love, I've learned, survives not because it never breaks, but because we choose to mend it anyway.